You're in the dog house.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience. Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we got to say good morning to the great Sigma dads, Rel Scott, Mocha Bella, and the honorable mention is TKP_704. And we got to thank God every minute of every day. Thank y'all for joining us. Good morning. Good morning, Dougie Stew. How you feeling, sir?
Fantastic. How about you, sir?
Fantastic, but something just dawned on me that I want to share with you to start today's show.
Oh, yeah?
Did you realize that yesterday was the great Martin Luther King's birthday?
I didn't realize it until about 11 o'clock last night.
Yesterday was the King's birthday.
Right. But we really – go ahead.
Which means we celebrate that this weekend and on Monday.
Right.
But if yesterday was the King's birthday, that means that yesterday was 28 years that our father transitioned and went to heaven.
Yeah.
Did you realize that yesterday? Did you realize that today?
Yeah, absolutely. I got it on the calendar.
The 16th of January, sir. 28 years. Seems like yesterday.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. You really hit me with an uppercut just now, man. Yeah,
almost 30 years, man.
I got it on the calendar.
Rest in peace to the great Ralph Stewart, man.
Yeah.
You can still get it together. It's all good.
Huh?
I said you can still get it together. It's all good.
Nah, I mean, yeah, man. Doesn't seem like
that long.
That much time has passed.
No way. No way, man. None of my kids was here. I wasn't married. I mean, it's a whole lot of things have changed since then, man.
4 years before the show started.
Right.
I had just been married for like 2 years.
That cat would have called the show every day if he was here, man. He would have called the show every day.
The guy was what they call the life of the party, man.
Look, man, the real LOP. It's your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Beautiful Thursday morning, man. It is MLK holiday this weekend, and we do need to let y'all know that this coming Monday, there will be no show. We're going to relax, take the day off, and celebrate MLK, even though his birthday was yesterday. So no show on Monday, man, but we'll have a great show today. We're going to get things started off by talking about primetime.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about primetime, man.
Well, before we get to primetime, come on.
You got some bills you want to pay? We got some house cleaning?
No, tell me about the niece's basketball game yesterday. I asked you about it right before we came on in the show meeting, and you said you didn't say a lot. I just said, "How did Morgan do yesterday?" You said she needs to practice.
She needs to practice, man.
What happened?
It's a league of 8, 9, and 10-year-olds first and foremost.
And she's how old?
She's 9.
Okay.
I keep showing them these videos, her and Mason, because they both play basketball. I keep showing her these videos of kids dribbling the ball extremely well. And I'm trying to let them understand and realize that if you can dribble the ball really, really well, you can get any shot off that you want, but you have to be able to dribble.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a pretty good dribbler, man, but she picks it up whenever anybody gets around her, and then she just gets in this crouching tiger, hidden dragon position, and she doesn't move. It's kind of frustrating, man.
She's protecting the basketball, man.
Yeah, but you can't do nothing with the basketball if you're just hovering over it like this, and that's it. It's a lot, man. But they were up 6-0 for the entire game, and they ended up losing the game going into overtime. Very sad game, 8-6 loss, but it's kind of tough, man. They need to practice. The kids. Wait a
minute, stop. Hey, watching the Two Live Stews Experience. What was the final score of the game?
8-6.
You're watching the two live students experience.
They're 9 years old, man.
I get it, but they're not playing on a 10-foot rim, right?
Yeah,
They're not
10-foot rim.
They're playing on a regulation size.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
That's the problem right there.
No,
why don't they lower it to 8?
They did score 14 points, so it's not the problem. The ball hits the rim often, it just doesn't go in often. They don't have a problem getting it up there. They get it up there, but it's just it's a 9-year-old league, man.
Whose idea is it to let 9-year-old girls play on a regulation size rim?
It's all a hustle, man. It's all a hustle, man. All these coaches at the school have their own little leagues where they know if they've got a league, parents are going to pay for the league because parents want their kids to be doing things at school. You know,
okay. We can move on from this. We got a lot of stuff to get into, but
we do.
Are you in favor of 9-year-old girls playing on a 10-foot rim, or?
I'm fine with it, man.
So
6
you
and
think
7?
Yeah.
Last year when she played in this league, they were playing on an 8-foot rim.
Okay.
Or a 9-foot rim. But this year, man, they need to get ready, man. If they're gonna be playing basketball, they need to shoot on a 10-foot rim.
I think that's just that's counterproductive, man. I think that would frustrate me more than anything else if I was a kid playing in that league. I can't dribble. I can barely get the ball up to the rim. I would get frustrated and quit.
They are walking that ball all around that court, man. I looked at the ref. Yesterday and said, man, what are you going to do about this?
The ref swallowing in whistles, huh?
They're walking all around the floor.
Don't you think, and we can move on, but don't you think you would get frustrated with that?
No.
Like if you're out there, they do?
The girls love it. The girls love it.
Okay.
They love it, man. They love being out there.
I'm trying to compare that to Little League football when we played. I guess the equivalent is in Little League football, nobody really passed when we were growing up. Nobody really passed the ball. We ran the ball because we couldn't pass the ball. Why would we try to pass the ball? Like, why would you have a 10-foot goal and most of the kids can't even get the ball up there?
Nah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, these kids are getting ready, man. They'll appreciate this one day. They'll appreciate it one day.
Okay, all right. But yeah, man, a lot going on in the world of sports. In the NFL, it is divisional round. I think they call it divisional round weekend.
Divisional round's correct, sir. Divisional round's correct.
And we got 4 big games that we're going to get into today.
AFC, Chiefs and Texans, Bills and Ravens, NFC, Lions, Commanders, Eagles, Rams.
Yeah. The great Naughty Drez got his Funky 4, which he's going to talk about 4 big stories that we didn't get a chance to get to. We got the results of the top 5. There's a lot of stuff we got to get into today, man.
You said that rather quick. You moved on past that rather quick. Well, we've got the results of the top 5. A lot of things we're good. Oh, really? Okay.
Arlewood's coming up today as well. So just a lot of fun. Got a couple of little videos that I'm very excited for the people to see. We have a discussion about. We got the memes. We got the last 48. The 5 biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last couple of days.
Deion talk or what, man? How long you gonna do this? Can we get this Deion talk or what, man?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you make of this whole thing? And what I don't want to do, and it's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. What I don't want to do is rehash how you felt when he was leaving J-State. What I don't want to do is
Jackson State.
What I don't want to do is that. But I do want to get your thoughts on if you really think Deion Sanders will be the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I really want your thoughts.
I would say a 60-40 yes. I would say a 60-40 yes, because I think at the end of the day, Jerry's just about pushing product, which is the Dallas Cowboy brand and logo.
I can't steal my thunder.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that even though he probably don't F with ninjas like that,
right?
I mean, at the end of the day, all Jerry really is cared about is the brand. He really doesn't care about winning. He clearly doesn't care about winning.
Well, I won't say he don't care about winning.
I think everybody inherently wants to win.
Right. He wants to win. He owns a franchise. That's why he does what he's doing.
Let me put it like this. Let me put it like this. If they put a gun to his head and said, you can only pick one, winning or making money with the Dallas Cowboys with your brand, he's going to take Dallas making money.
But Doug, so would you, and so would I. This is with everybody. No, stop it. Stop it. You're not going to take Stewart Media and Entertainment over $1 billion. You're going to take the billion. Period.
No, but it's
not
all
a discussion.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it's all one and the same. It's all one and the same. Okay, here maybe this is a better way to put it. Which one do you think he enjoys more? The money being made by the Dallas Cowboys brand or winning? That's a better way to ask the question. Which one does he enjoy more? Which one gives him more joy?
I think I read that the franchise is valued at the most expensive franchise in the world, $11 billion.
Right.
The money, man.
Right.
The money.
Right. You agree with me.
But that's all of us. We're a capitalistic society. That's all of us.
Yeah.
Outside of our God and our family, we don't too much give an issue about anything except for bread.
I'm going to tell you what. If he really cared about winning, he would have never fired Jimmy Johnson almost 35 years ago. We had a long discussion about that in the group as well. If he really cared about winning, he would have put his ego to the side and kept Jimmy Johnson on staff. If Jimmy Johnson was still a coach today, 30 plus years later, they would have at least 6 or 7 more championships. Matter of fact, all the rings that the Patriots got, half of those probably would have went to Dallas in the last 35 years. You feel me? Do you feel me?
Jerry's fumbled this bag big time. Mike McCarthy gets out of the door. He doesn't get a chance to talk to Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. Jerry's fumbled this bag, and he's trying to save it. And one way he can save it is by bringing in a monster like Deion Sanders. Jerry steals the headlines, and it becomes a little less about football and about them winning if Deion's on the roster. If Deion's on the sideline, things change for Jerry and the Dallas Cowboys. They're still going to be talked about as if they're America's team. And there's nothing he can do right now to make that happen if Deion is not his coach next season.
Now let's talk about the other side of it. You're watching the Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. The other side of it is Deion. Okay? Deion confirmed with the little short guy with the black hair, the insider guy. What's his name? Adam, is it Adam something? Schefter. Deion had a conversation with Adam Schefter and acknowledged that he had talked to Jerry Jones. Didn't go into depth about, the job and, what's the percentage chance he would get the job. But the fact that he even acknowledged that he talked to Jerry is bad. Because if he doesn't take it, if he doesn't take the job, he's already put out in the atmosphere, in the hemisphere, that he had a conversation about another job.
Which is why they put it out there. There's a reason why that leaked.
Absolutely, it's the reason why it leaked. Yes.
No question.
You can say all you want about Deion Sanders, but Deion Sanders is a master chess player. He's a very smart guy.
So if it was offered to him, he would have to accept it, right?
Yeah, because
I think you and I together, man to man, believe that Deion would be better college coach.
He's always been a hired gun, but that's true. I believe he would be better served in college,
right?
Because there's not a lot more he can do in the NFL. I mean, how much can you motivate a grown ass man that's made it to that level?
Well, I do think he would be an excellent motivator of those grown men. I do believe that.
I think his strength is in recruiting because of his name and his popularity.
And then that is canceled if he's in the National Football League.
That's canceled if he's in the
There's
NFL.
free agency, which is a small percentage of recruiting, and then the draft is how you're going to build your team.
Let me tell you why I think this thing is real, because Deion he knows that if he puts it out there, he even had a conversation about another job, that weakens him. That weakens him and his message that he's been Colorado this and Boulder this and Boulder that, come play for me. Like, if the fact that he's even contemplating another job, that hurts his recruiting message to a degree. How
Agreed.
much, we don't know.
Agreed.
So if he really wasn't, if there was no chance of him taking another job somewhere else, He may have had a conversation with Jerry, but he wouldn't have put it out there for public consumption. Yeah. So that tells me it's real.
Oh, it's definitely real, man. His estate is in Dallas. He still calls Dallas home. That's why I thought TCU was going to hire him. He still calls Dallas home. His family is in Dallas, man. I don't think he would go to Jacksonville. I don't think he would go to New England. I don't think he would coach Miami. No, he might coach Miami because it's Florida. But it makes sense for him to do Dallas, man.
And once again, right, it does. I'm not mad at Deion Johnson, but we had this conversation many months ago, okay, when there was a rumor that he was talking to or Florida State's job. What it was Florida State was struggling, and the coach down there in Florida State was struggling, and people started, anticipating who would get the job if he gets fired or whatever, and his name came up. Deion's name came up. Deion Sanders, for you young people out there watching this, has always been a hired gun. He has always taken the bigger check. I'm not mad at him.
Nope.
The man has always taken the bigger check. He's been a hired gun. San Francisco needed a final piece to get over the hump. Deion went and played for San Francisco. Fell out with the Falcons organization. The Dallas Cowboys, bright, shiny, Cowboys. Press conference with Jerry. I love the video with Jerry and Deion at the press conference when he signed him. Yeah. Deion looked so 1990s with that suit he had on and that tie.
That's when it was, man. That's when it was.
He had both the hoop earrings like you used to have.
Had prime on his collar.
That was so 90s. That was so 90s. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if the Dallas Cowboys job is offered to him, he's going to have to take it. And I think because Jerry's fumbled every freaking thing when it comes to Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott's contract and not having Travis Henry, Derrick Henry, not having Derrick Henry. Jerry's fumbled so many things leading up to this point that signing Deion would save him. Now, let me say this. Mm-hmm. This man started off coaching because he just wanted to be a father to his sons.
Yeah, but yeah, of course.
Little League football all the way through college, he has been his kid's head coach. How does this play if he's the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys? Will they turn the franchise into a winner again like it used to be? It's a lot, man. It's a lot to think about.
Think about this, man. What are the recruits thinking right now? But back to what I was saying 5 minutes ago. The kid from Georgia, Juju Lewis, that Deion got to commit to come to Boulder, Colorado. Right. What do you think he's thinking when he confirmed that Deion had a conversation about the Dallas Cowboys job? He's saying this outright loud. This motherfucker. No. That's what that kid is saying right now.
I don't think everybody's buying into that.
You don't think Juju Lewis, the number one recruit in the country, quarterback from Georgia,
he has to think like that. He has to. But it's okay.
Son, I know that kid, when he heard that story on ESPN, on the Puppet Factory, I know that kid was like, son of a bitch.
Lots of chat to read.
I committed to Boulder, Colorado, and this ninja is having discussions about leaving?
Lots of chat to read.
Gosh.
NFL playoff talk, College Football Hall of Fame talk, and your chat. Whatever y'all do, y'all keep it locked to you boys. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews, and the Two Live Stews experience.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
I think they think we really be faking when we say we do this. We done bust the squirrel out the tree and open them up. Know what I'm talking about? Take the clothes off. That's step one. I'm gonna show y'all the rest of what it is.
Take the clothes off of them. That's step one. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Dr. Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning. Good morning.
You know
Good
anybody?
morning, everybody.
You know anybody from Mullins, South Carolina?
One or two guys from Mullins.
Penn Troy's from Mullins.
And Troy's from Mullins, okay.
My line brother. And Xavier Leggett. We done bust the squirrel out the tree and took the clothes off. That's a good old country boy right there.
You know what I didn't realize when I saw the squirrel video the first time?
Uh-huh.
That was the current Carolina Panther.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers,
Right.
played college at the University of South Carolina, Xavier
Right.
Leggett.
Right. I didn't realize that.
And we can't even start to explain to people how much that was our lives growing up.
Yeah.
Every Saturday in the fall, in the wintertime.
Hey man,
So
some school mornings before school, y'all went in the woods, man.
Yeah. We used to be in the woods at 5 o'clock in the morning for them squirrels to jump. Cause they start jumping when the sun come up. Country boys know what I'm talking about. They start jumping
around. They start moving around.
And so if I were to do quick math, every Saturday we went out, I probably got at least 2. Sometimes I get 3 or 4. So for a 3-month period, 2 a week, 4 weeks in a month, that's 8. 8 times 3 is 3 times 8 is 24, right? So 24 gave them to the old people, man. I ain't eating no damn squirrels. The first time I ever had squirrels was my freshman year of college when I went home with my boy Lomax to McCormick, South Carolina. And they fixed it for dinner like it was normal. They had it like stewed over rice. And
Squirrel stew.
I was like, what is this? What is this? It's like, that's some squirrel, Doug. And because I'm in their house, I didn't want to offend them.
You took a taste.
So I ate it. No, I ate it. I ate it all.
You ate the whole meal?
Yes. What am I supposed to do? These people got me as a guest in their home. I ate it. It wasn't that bad.
No, man. We're not oppressed people anymore. You can't go around eating squirrel.
Well, that would never happen again because of the video I did a while back. Like, you know better, you do better. I'm not eating no damn tree rats. Now, all of the squirrels that we killed, we gave it to our grandmother, and she dispersed it amongst her friends. My grandmother's generation, they ate that as normal.
They ate that, no problem.
Our father and our mother, I think my father would eat it, but once again, I think when my father was a father to us, I think they knew better, so they did better.
They did better.
Our dad would eat it, that type of stuff, possum, squirrel, coon, all of that. He would eat it, but I don't think he wanted to force us to eat it because he knew better.
RC said Shannon Sharp also talks about eating squirrels, raccoons, and ish like that. I mean, if you watch Shannon on Mondays and Tuesdays on First Take with Stephen A., he mentions eating some type of wild game every show.
Yeah,
some type of wild game every show.
I have never had possum. I have never had coon. Just the names of them two animals and what I've seen out of them in my life growing up. I don't want to eat no damn coon or possum.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those Two Live Stews, and this is your Two Live Stews experience. Good morning. I got a serious question for you.
Xavier Leggett is my favorite player in the NFL, I think, now, man.
What would you do right now if I opened up a book and started reading? I mean, right now.
Well, we talked about this the other day.
How often have you been at a drive-thru or in a restaurant and you see someone working at said establishment reading a book?
Working? Reading a book, dealing with their job?
No, just while at work, reading.
Oh, never.
Hey, man, Sirianni may get fired if he don't win the Super Bowl this year because of this whole book situation on the sideline with A.J. Brown. He's got to go.
So to me, it appears like that. You know what it appears like to me? It appears like to me that they don't want to rile this guy up by
Ruffle
calling
his
him out.
feathers.
They
Right.
don't want to call him out because he's unstable. He's kind of like an Antonio Brown waiting to happen. And I think the organization and the team knows that. That's why everybody's giving him a pass on this thing. I'm like, are we in freaking bizarro world? The dude is pulling out a book, nothing to do with the playbook, in the middle of a game on the sideline?
Some guys pray in between. Some guys meditate in between. AJ reads in between. Whatever these guys need to do to put their mind in a place where they can play with great detail and great effort, I fully encourage them to do that, said Sirianni. He gonna lose his damn job.
I'm going to tell you what.
Listen, if he don't win the Super Bowl, they're gonna fire his behind in Philadelphia.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. A lot of the talking heads are signing off on this thing.
No.
You notice that?
No, that's a lie. They're lying.
They're lying to themselves.
They're lying to themselves. They're trying to cover for their boy. They're protecting each other. That's what they do, and they do it well. Nobody is opening up a book and reading it at their job, their place of employment.
Let me ask you a couple questions. If you go back to the Monks Corner Cowboys, 1979 for you, and Coach John Duncan and Dave Copeland saw you on the side on the bench, reading Dr. Seuss, something, what would they say? What would they do?
They're going to make me do belly busters until my dick fall off. God damn it. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And you know it's the truth. Yeah. No, man, it makes no sense to me, man. It makes no sense to me, man. No one at their job, no one at their place of employment, no one where they get a check for working would be allowed to sit there and read during their shift. No one. With so much going on in the National Football League on those sidelines, with so much going on in a game, with so much money that goes out to those guys weekly, he shouldn't have time and or be allowed to bring his preferred reading on the sideline. It's crazy.
That wasn't necessary, man. It's absolutely crazy. But I was thinking the same thing. JV football, Coach Watson, he had a famous line he used to say, I'll make you crab crawl till I get tired.
I get tired.
I would make A.J. Brown crab crawl, duck walk, belly busters until I get tired.
Yeah.
But everybody's signing off on this thing. It's like they're walking around on eggshells around this guy because they don't want him to go off.
It's the sissification of America.
Okay, the other part of that story that people may not remember or they forget is he had one catch up until that point.
Right.
So basically what it was that, what do they call it? Passive aggressive behavior. Okay. And so his teammates and the organization, they're trying to win a Super Bowl. So they're like, man, just let him go. Whatever. We don't want to piss this guy off. They're walking on eggshells around this guy, man, which is unbelievable to me.
They make so much money these days that they have to. They can't risk pissing him off. So, okay, if he wants to bring his preferred reading to the sideline, just let him read, Coach.
Just let him read, Coach.
Hey, man, the sissification of America needs to stop, man.
It does. It absolutely does. Let's talk about these games.
You can't reward or patronize. You can't encourage this type of behavior. What happens if what happens if everybody brings a book to the sideline?
To work. What happens if everybody brings a book to work? Not even football, to the sideline. Can you imagine LeBron on the bench reading a book, reading some nonfiction book?
Oh, well,
imagine what would be said.
He's on the bench. He's not on the floor right now. They would crucify him.
Right. I'm telling you, what's going on is nobody wants to piss this guy off and get on his bad side because they want the production that he's going to give them, and they're trying to win a ring. So they're basically overlooking all of these shenanigans. That is a shenanigan. If I've ever seen a shenanigan in my life, that's it. Reading a book on the sideline in the middle of a game.
And everybody's acting like it's okay except for a few people, man. And it's blowing my mind. I don't get it.
Hey, let's talk about these games, man. Houston on the road at Kansas City. Kansas City -8. Does Houston have a chance in winning this ball game, you think, man?
No chance in the world. Andy Reid's had multiple weeks to prepare. The entire team is healthy in Kansas City. When you give Andy Reid this much time to prepare, he typically wins after a down week. I think they may have 1 or 2 series where things don't click early, but there's nothing that the Texans will be able to do versus KC this weekend.
All right, then game 2 on Saturday, Washington, the Commanders on the road at Detroit. The Lions are favored, the biggest favored or the biggest spread of the weekend, 9.5 points over the Washington Commanders. What are your thoughts? Obviously, you are a Detroit Lion. You've played for the Lions. You're rooting for the Lions, but do you think this could be that big of a blowout?
We'll be playing in the NFC Championship, sir, but I'm struggling with this -9.5. That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels has shown me the capacity or the propensity to keep his mind together for games like this. He's cool as a feather. He's not cool as a feather. That doesn't make any sense at all.
Cool as a fan. Cool as a
fan.
Yeah.
He's cool as a fan.
Uh-huh.
What you know going into this game is that Detroit has the ability to score 35 points or more. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to question whether Jaden Daniels can do that with a defense that's not the starting defense for the Lions. I got to think they can cover that 9.5, man. But I do know that Detroit will win the game. This might be when I take on the money line.
Couple things, man. I probably would agree with you. It's probably back to life, back to reality. Quarterbacks this young in this position, they don't win games like this historically. Now, I will say this.
I said he wasn't going to win last week because he was a rookie, man.
Right, but that's what I was about to say. This kid ain't no normal rookie.
No,
this kid has poise on top of poise. And once again, I don't think anything phases him. I don't think he cares about what traditionally happens in this position as a young quarterback in the league.
I agree.
I like them to be competitive, man. We'll see. Anything could happen. Then on Sunday, we got the Rams on the road taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Rams are a 6-point underdog. Thoughts?
I like the Rams to cover, if not win this game outright. The Eagles.
You like the Rams?
I like the Rams to cover, if not win this game outright. Sir,
they looked good the other night. They did look good the other night.
If you watched that Eagles game last week, you should not have been impressed.
Right. Yeah.
They won handedly, but they should have won that game by 21 points or more, and they did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of inconsistencies right now in Philadelphia. I like the Rams to win this game. Matthew Stafford has shown me that he's someone you can trust in a position like this.
Last game. Oh, boy, this is a good one. 6:30 p.m. Baltimore Ravens on the road at the Buffalo Bills. Baltimore is -1. Is getting 1 point in the game. 6:30 p.m. CBS. What are your thoughts?
Baltimore's going to win this game, and Baltimore's going to win this game without a doubt.
Baltimore's favored. Baltimore's actually favored. Baltimore -1, yeah.
Baltimore's going to smash Buffalo this weekend.
You know what? And it's kind of the same thing for Jaden Daniels. I think that Lamar Jackson, last week, what they did, I just keep going back to last year in the playoff game where Baltimore lost. They didn't play like they should have played, meaning Lamar has to use what the good Lord has given him, and that's the ability to run the football, tuck it and run. If Lamar Jackson gets 15 carries the ball 15 times, maybe not 15, 12 to 15 times, and Derrick Henry carries the ball 25 times, there's nobody that's going to beat them. But what happens is teams stack the box, stuff the run 1 or 2 plays, and then teams just go away from their strength. If no matter what happens, no matter how many times they stack the box, no matter how many times they stop Henry, they got to keep running the ball. If they do that, they'll be fine.
If this ninja Lamar Jackson don't win this game,
oh yeah,
they're gonna bury him this week.
Absolutely.
I mean, bury him.
He's still gonna win the MVP, but they're gonna bury him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I definitely think he win the MVP. I just see a different team now in Baltimore. I see a quarterback that understands things better. I see a running game that can't be stopped. And you got to have a spy on Lamar, and a spy isn't good for Derrick Henry, and a spy isn't good because Lamar's throwing the ball for over 4,000 yards this season. He can complete passes. I really see no way that Baltimore loses this game.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? We're going to read a lot of chat messages later in the show. We got Nadi's Funky Four coming up a little bit later. Arlewood coming up here in a couple of minutes. And just a lot of stuff to get to in the world of sports.
Briefly, man, big game on Monday, national championship game, Notre Dame and Ohio State. You giving Notre Dame any fighting chance in hell?
Yes.
No one's giving Notre Dame a fighting chance in hell, sir.
Ohio State favored by 8 points. That's a lot of points on a neutral field. You know something else I thought about? Not to jump away from that. I'm taking Ohio State. Let me put a bow on that. I'm taking Ohio State. They just look like the best team. I think we got the two best teams in college football. I love the fact that this playoff thing is working out like that.
It was huge.
You notice something that I'm just realizing?
What's that, sir?
The teams in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, played 2 bowl games each. In the quarterfinals, Texas played in the Peach Bowl, and then the next week they played in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah.
Penn State played in the Fiesta Bowl, and then the next week they played in the Orange Bowl. Isn't that kind of weird?
No, not at all. It was an incredible football season. I loved every minute of it.
But I'm just saying, it's a different day and time where there were 2 specific teams that played in each bowl game. Now, because of the way they're doing it with the playoffs, teams are playing in multiple bowl games.
It's a different day and time, man. You got starting quarterbacks leaving their team to go play elsewhere, getting pay raises. It's a different day and time.
Wow.
Beck just left Athens, where he was making $2 million, to go to Miami, where his girlfriend is on the basketball team, to make $4 million. In this college football, man.
Look at God. Look at God.
Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. It's the Arlewood Report on your Two Live Stews experience. We'll chat with Arlie. She'll give us some birthdays and a couple of stories. She's got some good ones. Y'all keep it locked. When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626. Good morning, Arlewood.
Good morning to you.
Y'all, welcome back to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the makeup of those stews. This
Good morning,
is your Two Live
Arlie.
Stews Experience, and this is
Good morning.
time for the Arlewood Report. How you doing, Arlie? What's going on?
Action. Hey, life is lifing, and it's good. Y'all know today is Friday Junior.
I hear more bass in your voice. Your voice is coming back. I hear more bass in your
Coming
voice.
back. I don't have all the highs and I don't have all the lows. I'm trying to learn to be in the middle. Ooh, so I can't go, ooh, it will be hard. It's hard.
Right.
So I'm finding those little places. Right. Ooh, ooh. But it takes a minute for it to come out. You feel a little something. So that means y'all gonna have to, who's singing? Toss it up. Who's singing happy birthday?
Doug's gonna sing today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I like the way Doug did that. Yeah. Most people go, happy birthday to yeah. He goes, yeah. He did like a little, minor chord. Get it, Doug, with the musical genius over there this morning.
Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, I am touring now, right?
Yes, touring at your tub. Touring different bathtubs in the South. Got it. We're all gonna get there. Anyway, y'all, it's some good birthdays today. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. January is full of lots of like birthdays. What month would that make you have gotten pregnant? June? July? I should know. I had a baby born in January. When was I laid up? Let me think about it.
March,
Today,
April.
would that be right? March?
So just go 8 months before. So 12 months a year, 8 months or 9 months before. So January, February, March, April. So I say March.
Yeah, I guess I was happy birthday to me. I was okay. Anyway, birthdays in January. Y'all, dancer, actor Debbie Allen is 75 today. Can you believe it?
Wow, no way.
Oh, I love this.
She's still cute too.
She is, y'all. She's the reason I love this whole thing. When she did Fame, I wanted to be in her class.
Yeah.
Like I love Debbie Allen.
So when you think Debbie Allen, what's the first thing that you think of?
I think Fame, but most people think West Side Story.
You know what I think?
What?
I think her Leroy doing it.
No. Leroy wasn't doing nothing with no Debbie Allen. I swear to you, the first thing I think of when I think Debbie Allen is JJ crackhead girlfriend on Good Times.
I forgot that.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't crack because crack wasn't even around then. It
wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing. Yeah.
She was shooting up heroin.
It was heroin. Yeah.
Yes, Debbie. That's right.
Man,
Debbie in the bathroom.
That scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like her and JJ had an argument or whatever, and she ran in the bathroom after they had eloped. She ran in the bathroom and pulled out the little rubber thing and threw it on her arm and tightened it up and pulled out her needle. I was like, oh shit, she's on drugs.
Not Debbie. And that was before Fame, I guess.
Oh, that was before Fame.
Way before Fame.
That's the first time anybody ever saw her on screen, I believe.
Yep. I love Debbie.
She played the hell out of that role, though.
Baby, she is a hell of an actress. That episode on the Cosby Show where she played her sister's trainer, still funniest thing ever when they was trying to split them croutons at the table. Oh my God. I love the Cosby Show. I'm sorry. So shout out happy birthday to the great Debbie Allen, who made and brought in so many people into this
Howard grad.
Yes, HU, or whatever they say. And sexy singer Sade is 66 today. Sweetest taboo. Sade is the bomb. But let me tell y'all
you know what? You could, Arlie, I think you could play a Sade in a biopic, a Sade biopic. I think you can do it.
I got the deep enough voice. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me.
Yeah.
I love it.
She never take the glasses off, but I can kind of see that. I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that.
What y'all think, Stu Nation? I could do Sade. They could put on a lot of a little something. We're about the same color, I think.
That's what I was about to say. Y'all got the
same tint.
Same hue.
Same tint.
Same hue.
But y'all, let me tell you whose birthdays are tomorrow. Everybody has a birthday. The forever First Lady, Michelle Obama, Steve Harvey, Lil Jon, Dwayne Wade, Ray J, Shabba Ranks, and then Eartha Kitt, James Earl Jones, Muhammad Ali. All those people were born on January 17th.
Wow.
That's
a lot of happy birthdays for them. And shout out to my favorite human who will have a birthday on the 18th. Woo woo.
Mr. Trey Dixon, aka Manimal.
Manimal will have a birthday. Lord have mercy. Ain't God good? He having a birthday. So y'all out there in these streets, I promise y'all, I don't want to talk about these people every week, but every week they do something almost. This ain't a Diddy. We ain't had a Diddy, but we got a Drake. And Drake is making the culture very, very upset right now. He dropped, so a month ago, November, I mentioned to y'all that he was going to court in January. We're going to find out some new things. Well, he dropped that lawsuit. That initial lawsuit was against UMG and Spotify, in which he accused them of trying to like artificially boost the streams of the song Not Like Us. He had proof that he got bots that he can show receipts. He's showing that the bots went in and made the song great. Now he was like, I'll drop that one. I'm now filing a federal lawsuit in court on Wednesday that called the release of Lamar's song Not Like Us, which was aimed at him, talked about he was a pedophile. It was Lamar saying some stuff, and saying that UMG, and it's not against Lamar anymore. He just taken Kendrick Lamar out of it. He is going against his own umbrella label, Universal Music Group, which he and Lamar are both a part of, one under Interscope and what's the baby? Drake is under another label under there. But anyway, he is now accusing them of it. It goes long. Not only did you allow them to release a song that was defaming my character, that has ruined my career, that is, I had to pull my son out of school. My bodyguard got shot up in Toronto. Like, y'all let this song go and you knew it was detrimental. Now, ain't nobody suing him when he was talking about Kendrick Lamar's baby mama and saying who she was sleeping with and that he was beating her and all this stuff. So that also is defamatory, but ain't nobody sue him because it was a rap battle.
That's kind of the way it works.
Right.
I
feel bad because I've been championing Drake's cause against people like you, Doug, that can't stand him. And now he doing this.
Hey, they wouldn't even understand the Biggie and Tupac beef. Hit them up. You claim to be a player, but I F your wife. I mean, that would make their heads explode.
And the baby didn't say it didn't happen. She just was like,
started his song off with, "That's why I
Yeah. Drake couldn't handle something like that. He just die on the spot.
Just drop.
You go low like that.
So people have talked about him. There are people out there saying he, was appropriating the culture. He don't even. Someone made a good point. His name is something Glasses. I should have a name like his, but his is Glasses Malone or something. Yeah, and he was saying that I'm not saying that Drake doesn't have good songs. I'm not saying that his rap didn't do numbers. I'm not saying that, but he is not a part of the culture that is hip hop. Like, he didn't come from hip hop. He came from whatever the little acting world was in the little high school thing. And now he's like, he's suing because you beat me in a rap battle.
It's unbelievable. It's crazy. It really is.
And he going hard in the paint. He has made a federal lawsuit where UMG is having to say, not only is this preposterous, we would never do something like that on purpose. We are doing the same thing for Lamar that we would, they're calling him a hypocrite because what we've done for him in the music, make sure we've done for you, and we don't want you hurt. You make us billions, dude. Why are we trying to come after you?
And think about this too. The I'm not like or they not like us song.
Mm-hmm.
They're promoting it because they're making money. It probably doesn't have anything. Not probably. It's nothing to do personal with Drake.
It's just
this song is hot.
Yep.
It's catchy for whatever reason. The people love it, and so for them to use bots to promote it or whatever, I mean, it's basically like buying ads so they can sell more streams or records or whatever it is today. It's crazy.
But he is saying you did that at the detriment of my person, my health, my being, and you've also allowed what you knew to be a defamatory statement in there that I was a pedophile and messing with sex workers. And you allowed that to happen knowing it was not true. But
sometimes you got to take your whooping and just walk away, man. Just take it.
Or come back with a better rap.
Right.
You come back.
Yeah.
It is unreal. And then they say there's also this, it's not a joke, but when they sue, they're trying to say that in the song, he says that he can't come back to Oakland. Well, in his lawyers are saying, well, he's saying that he can't come to where, Kendrick Lamar is from, and Kendrick Lamar not even from Oakland. It's a reference to something in a Tupac song. And so they didn't even do their homework. He's not from Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a whole it's a mess.
It's embarrassing.
It's an entire mess, and it's going to get played. Like the fact that we are such, here again, a litigious society. We get to go and file lawsuits and then see what happens. And I'm not sure how defamation is difficult to prove. First of all, you had to have some harm and some other. So he can prove some of those things. But if he had to have intended that this harm befall, like there has to have some intent in there. I'm just singing a little rap song with you in one verse. Anyway, so we're gonna see how that.
Hey, from Loose Neck and Perpetuity side, drink is another reason why you can't trust ninjas with baby hair. I've never heard more truer words spoken.
And y'all, there's an episode, whatever that comedian that Naughty likes that I don't like, and he was like, when he's the one that talked about the black woman, everybody's up in arms. He Charlemagne the God was on his episode maybe like 8 months ago, and they were like, well, what do you think is next with the rap beef? And Charlemagne predicted it. He's like, oh, he gonna sue. He half white. He them. His mama is over there like, what's his real name? Lord, I just lost it. He has a very somebody tell me Drake's real name. Anyway, Drake's real name. He was like, honey, you need to sue. What are you gonna do? You gotta sue. And so what is happening? That side of them, that's his side. That's
hey, for people watching the show,
Aubrey Drake.
Yeah.
Aubrey. They said his mom was like, Aubrey, you need to take care of that. You can't let people say those things about you, Aubrey. So he went from Drake to Aubrey.
So we always got to remember, new people watch the show all the time.
Oh, that's right.
Charlemagne the God is from our hometown, Monk's Corner, South Carolina, but we call it Moco.
After the first few episodes, you all realized that it was some slave. I remember watching. I wasn't on this must have been last February.
Yeah, our
know?
Yeah, our hometown is named after a vicious slave master, Thomas Monk, and so we initiated a name change. Just you know,
and it's spreading too. I mean, when I was down there for the funeral, people are saying Moco. They're not saying Monks. Moco.
Right.
Yes,
right.
Moco is important. We gotta be the change we want to see. That's what Mahatma Gandhi said. So we gotta
absolutely.
Be okay, y'all. Next up, another beef. But it ain't no beef that I bet you they don't go to court. I bet you. Why? Dipset is beefing. Dipset, diplomats. It's your boy Jim Jones who is talking out of pocket, and Cameron, who actually scares me in real life when he get mad. Oh my God, he really scares me. Yo, son, they get what? I was like, oh, I'm scared. Because what the movie he played in, was it Paid in Full?
Yeah,
Paid in Full.
Yeah,
that's where it came from. But this is my question: are we too old for beef? Are we too old?
Yeah.
But you know what? These guys are entertainers. They want clicks and stuff, I guess.
But if I'm 51, they got to be damn near 58, 57, 58. They can't be having no rap beef. No, not rap beef.
I think they're about your age.
Rap beef.
I think they're about your age. Let me pull it up.
They so they're beefing about something that happened. Cameron simply said something, was explaining a story about how Jim Jones, like how so back in the early 2000s, Cameron was beefing with 50 Cent. 50 Cent then has the other diplomats come on his stage at a performance, which let Cameron know, like, oh, these ninjas ain't really with me like that. What's up? Let me, scope the scene. Then somebody mentioned that Cameron said it on his show, was just talking about it with 50 Cent. Like they didn't straighten out their beef. They cool. Because 50 be at it with everybody. He is such a troll. But
real troll.
Then Jim Jones gets on somebody's other podcast and he's like, these ninjas can't control me. He's curse laced, which y'all, they don't tell me what to do, and I do what I want, and yappa 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 whoop wop wop. And then Cameron's like, he gives an 11-minute tirade on his own podcast. He and Mace literally sits there eating popcorn the whole time. Like, oh,
I saw it.
Interesting.
I saw it. Mace a funny joker, man. Mace kills me.
That's the Betha.
Yeah.
They're both 48 years old. Jim Jones and Cameron are both 48.
So they're 48, so they're grown, right?
Yes, they're grown.
I think that cooler heads would prevail before they start shooting at each other, because they probably frequent the same spots. They all three of them live in Harlem.
Well, that's what he going back like, dude, he ain't from Harlem. That nigga was following me. He was fanboying out. It's going so left so fast because they got them hot New York tempers. And
so, when does that debate die down? At what age does that debate die down? You're not from so and so. You're not from so and so.
I was just about to say, who cares, man? Are you kidding me?
So
who cares?
In this video, Cameron is saying that Jim Jones ain't from Harlem. He's from the Bronx. And I guess Jim Jones got a grandmother or something in Harlem. You know, kind of like that T.I. thing in Atlanta, T.I. in Jonesboro or wherever, Clayton County or whatever.
But he grew up in Atlanta, though.
Right. I mean, but at what age do you stop that little petty argument or debate?
Tit for tat.
Je ne sais pas. I don't know. All I know is
we always represent Moco ever since day one.
well, I represent the A, but I'm really not. I always tell people I'm a peach by, relation, because I was not born here, but I've been here so long. People think I am, but I will never forget my Mississippi roots. So I'm always be like, I'm from the SIP.
Right.
So I'm a peach, a magnolia peach. But yeah, they are having a whole beef, and I could imagine it gets, because both of them got hot tempers. I could imagine they get real nasty in them streets, and they got to be sharing some of the same friends who are like, dude, don't drive me in there. Because what I would always remember if I'm about to be for one of these people, Tupac and Biggie, they just went away. They're not here. It's not like a video game.
But the difference though, Tupac and Biggie were in their early 20s.
Yes, I know.
I don't think almost 50-year-old dudes gonna have gunplay. I just don't want to believe that.
And Tupac and Biggie was still on the come up. Doing
True,
well, was still on the come up. These cats for here done made so much paper, man. And them, I mean, go buy a house in Malibu and relax, man. Get away from it.
Malibu. Yeah,
not Malibu, not right now.
Yeah,
go not right now.
But don't be fighting about where you from. You don't want to put up Harlem. You don't want one with the boogie down Bronx. Right. I can see them just coming back with a whole new. But I think a lot of it is to get us to go click. Oh, let me see, and then maybe they're gonna come out with some new music. I don't know. I don't know. But that is another beef. You're talking about beef, but I bet you they don't go to court. I bet you.
Nah, they're not going to court. I'm very confident in that.
I just want to show the difference in how we're going to battle this thing out in these streets, and we're going to battle these things out in this court. That side took us to court. This side going to take it to the streets.
I love when you point to your head.
Y'all, your girl Wendy Williams is on air right now on Charlamagne the God, talking to them about what's going on, the difference between conservatorship and guardianship. Early on, when they put her show out, we did an episode that we talked about Whitney Williams and how her conservatorship was very restrictive, and we talked about Britney Spears and all that. And so she is also going to be discussing that this morning. Charlamagne says she sounded good. She had just called him. She sounded like she could go back to radio any minute now. They had her sound like she was almost about to, exit this earth, going on hospice, all this kind of stuff. He said she sounded great to me. She sounded like herself. And so Tree sent me that, just like let me know. I was like, oh, let me go do a little research to see. But it was at the same time as our show. So I'm going to go back and listen to it and see exactly what Wendy Williams is talking about. But we might see a comeback with Wendy Williams, y'all. She was a mean something on radio.
Woo, she was. Outstanding job, Arlie.
Y'all have a great weekend out there in Stew Nation. I hope everybody stays safe, stay warm, stay dry, stay whatever you need to stay so that you can stay here. Love y'all and see y'all on Monday.
We're about 30 minutes away from the Two Live Stews 2-minute trespass. Y'all get ready.
We still got the
four. The Great Naughty Dread.
Got the top five.
Yep.
Very, very controversial top five. We'll get into it. And also we got the last 48 too.
No controversy.
The top teams in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48. So a lot of stuff to get to, man.
Yes. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience, Doug and Ryan Stewart. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949. It's your boys. We're back. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Thank y'all for joining us.
Hey,
the lovely Arlie Michelle for her entertainment report just now.
One quick mention before Nadi get going. Don't forget about the SCSU Atlanta Alumni chapters Winterfest Gala.
Have y'all reset and got a new date?
Yeah, we reset the date. It's February 1st, Saturday, February 1st. If you want to get tickets and come out to a real classy affair that's going to benefit South Carolina State University and its students and scholarships, just go to Atlanta, SCSUATLBulldogs.org. That's SCSUATLBulldogs.org. Tickets are right at $100 and I think $25 a piece. It's going to be a great night, February 1st. I'll be there.
So I'm not going to give all the tea up. I started trying to work a tea with tree thing in there, but my bad, Trey. I'll get it next time. Have y'all ever been to All-Star Weekend? Have y'all ever been to Super Bowl? Have y'all ever been to the Kentucky Derby? What about Orange Crush in Savannah? What about hedonism in Jamaica? The Two Live Stews are about to set y'all up and y'all gonna travel with us, damn it. I want to know in this chat, who wants to kick it with the Stews? Y'all stay in touch. Y'all stay tuned. We're about to start doing some real fun stuff, and we're going to invite all of y'all to be down, and we hope you will.
Absolutely.
How you doing, Dred?
Man, you already know, same suit just reheated.
You in there not talking truth today in the chat, Dred.
I only speak truth.
Well, no, I mean,
I try to stay out of the way of delusion.
Hey man,
Why-
wait. I got a question. Why you got
Been a lot of
gloves
that
on?
in the chat today?
Why you got gloves on? You been sorting mail or something, man?
No, I'm just unleashing my inner Michael Jackson.
What?
you got
Greatness. Greatness. This is the GOAT. I feel like a GOAT today.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All righty then.
I love it, Dred. All coaches lie. In the National Football League, in college, and in high school, all coaches lie because
I
they have
agree.
to get kids to do what they want them to do. So they lie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes you got coaches who put on like they so much men of God and they mentors and they want to raise young men and they not lying. So
Right.
once you show your true colors, then I can start treating you like everybody else.
You talking about Deion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now he's been true to everything he said.
Nah, well, we can go. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I mean, if he's a liar, call him out.
Well, I love Deion.
I want folk to get called out, man. Call him out, Doug.
I love Deion, but Deion told a bunch of kids that were 1 stars or not 1 stars, 5 stars to come and play for him because Jackson State is no lesser of football than at a PWI. And, when they wanted to leave, he told them, you shouldn't leave, you should stay here. And then he left. So, I mean, he's very hypocritical, some of the situations.
Y'all need to stop. You didn't change jobs 5 times in the last 2 years, Doug. Go ahead, Dred.
That's not true. First of all, that's a lie. That's not true.
You used to change jobs a lot, though, and it was fine.
I had one job 12 years. I had one job 12 years. I was with New York Life for 6.
Okay. When you left New York Life to go to Mass Mutual, no one said, Doug, you shouldn't do that. It was fine.
Yeah, but you just said I've had 5 jobs in the last 5 years or whatever you just said. That's a lie. To try to support Deion in his hypocritical ways.
You get a better opportunity, you take it. Everybody does. Let's go, Dred. You're Funky 4.
Yeah, before I get to it, I don't want to step on Arlie toes in there, but we got to give a happy birthday to Helen. The name of the band is Sade. The girl who sings the songs is named Helen. So, she might be watching. So I wanted to get her a happy birthday.
Wait a minute. Wait, back up. Sade's real name is Helen or the group
The
is
band
Helen?
is named Sade. Her name is Helen. Yes.
I never knew that.
But
That's
Arlie,
what I'm here for.
Can you bring Arlie up? Bring Arlie up. Arlie, did you know that, Arlie?
I did not. Her name is Helen Felicity. It's a part of her actual name, but I've never called her. It's Helen Felicity. I do.
Right.
And wasn't nobody going to, I probably should have said that, so I apologize.
I'm just here to
Thank
back
you,
up,
Natty, because he got to come with
you up. You my tag team partner.
Right. We didn't argue none yesterday, so he need to bring something today so we can.
I'm only offering a hand, a helping hand.
Thank you, Natty.
Helping hand.
Thank you,
The
Natty.
white glove hand.
I'm trying to figure out what is happening with the Michael Jackson. But
All
okay,
right.
GOAT.
Thank
Okay,
you,
y'all.
Arlie.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Tyson Fury is retiring from boxing. You know, he lost his last 2 fights to Alexandra Usyk, and the last fight was more decisive, and he lost in it was unanimous decision. So he had a good run. He beat some good folks. He was a decent heavyweight. So my question to you is, who is the best? Not your favorite heavyweight you've seen, but the best heavyweight fighter that you've seen.
The best heavyweight fighter I've seen.
So because I've never seen, I've seen Ali. He was older when I seen him.
Right, just the ones you've seen.
Because I've seen him. So go ahead, Doug, you go first.
I got 2 categories. I got 2 categories. One is my favorite and most exciting. That was Mike Tyson.
I didn't ask you, but I clearly
said
said not
he didn't ask you that.
The best.
He didn't ask you that.
I said, who's the best?
Best. He said best.
Heavyweight that you saw.
The best heavyweight that I've seen. I mean, I saw Ali. I saw Larry Holmes. So I would probably say
Ali was nice.
Ali was young. So I'd say probably the 2 best heavyweights I've seen is Larry Holmes and Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was a beast. I mean, we don't give him as much credit as I think he deserves, man.
He was a beast.
As big as he was in that jab.
Yeah.
Lennox was a lot to handle, man.
How about you, Dredd?
I would have to. It's between Lennox Lewis, which I probably give him a slight edge over Holyfield, which hurts my heart.
Over Vander.
Well, Holyfield really was,
but he was just undersized. He
was
really wasn't.
Heavyweight,
he fought heavyweight, but he really wasn't a heavyweight. But I understand.
Yeah.
You didn't. What about
was like
you, Ryan?
205 pounds, man. Yeah, I'm going Lennox. I'm going Lennox or it's kind of hard because I've seen so much footage of Ali, even though when I saw him live, he was in his older years. It's kind of hard not to say Ali, but I would have to say in my era, we went to see Lennox Lewis fight several times. I would say Lennox Lewis.
Right. Well, sticking with the boxing game, looks like Crawford and Canelo gonna fight in September. Now, Crawford is going up 2 weight classes because they're scared to fight at 168. And they're going to do this in Vegas. This was set up. Both of them had a trip to London where they sit with the Saudi Arabian promoter. His name is Turkey Alashink. Mm-hmm. I hope I said his name right. But yeah, he's setting up these fights, man. And it looks like both of them are going to make upwards of $150 million for this fight.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, the weight thing might be an issue. But before Canelo fought Floyd, I thought the world of that guy, man. I thought that guy was like an elite all-timer.
Floyd undressed him, though.
Floyd beat him like he stole something. It wasn't even like he beat his ass. So I'm not really expecting too much.
Huh? Well, that was a young Canelo.
They didn't give Floyd a chance in that fight. They said Canelo was going to kill Floyd.
I think they gave him a chance. I wouldn't go that far, but I think a lot of people thought Canelo was going to win that fight, and Floyd toyed with the dude.
Undressed him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't protect himself. That's where the motto came out: protect yourself at all times. Mm-hmm. Canelo let his guards down because he thought it was going to be a slight stoppage in the fight, and Floyd Mayweather, tagged him.
One of the best defensive fighters in the history of the game is Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Right.
Hey, Doug, maybe we should consider going to that fight, man.
Absolutely.
People to that fight.
You see, I'm typing something in my memo. Yeah.
Who y'all liking that fight between the Terrence Crawford and Canelo at 168?
Give me Bud, because Bud is just a supreme boxer.
All day long. Yeah.
Give me Bud.
So y'all don't think that? I mean, I like Bud too, but y'all don't think the extra weight will slow him down or have any effect on the fight? Because he usually fighting at 147 or 154. Now he's going all the way up to 168. That's a lot of weight to gain.
That's a lot of weight.
But he also knew he was gaining that weight for this fight. We're just finding out about this fight. He's known about this fight,
right?
So he'll be prepared at that weight,
right? But Canelo has fought at 172 before, so 175. So he's coming down. Usually, you come down, you can gain more speed, but going up, you usually lose some. So that's the interesting thing about the fight. I like Bud too, though.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good.
That's pretty good.
So the promoter Turkey, I'm just gonna call him Turkey. He also has another fight that he's setting up. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney too. Now, Devin Haney was suing Ryan Garcia from the last fight. He's dropped the lawsuits. and they're gonna fight. Both gonna fight on the undercard in May to set up this fight in October. So Garcia is already fighting Teofimo. He's fighting Teofimo in in May. Now Ryan Garcia has been suspended up until April. His 1 year suspension will be lifted. He's gonna also fight in May. They're gonna fight on the same card. We don't know who Garcia is fighting yet, but Teofimo ain't no slouch. I mean, we don't know who Haney's fighting yet, but Garcia is fighting Teofimo.
When was this fight right here, Nadi? When is that?
The first fight is going to be in May. Now, if they both win their respective fights, then you'll see Haney Garcia 2 in October.
Okay.
So
I like that.
Yeah, that can be an interesting matchup.
Really excited about. Well, not excited. I think the heavyweight banter in boxing needs to come back, but I don't think we have any heavyweights to do it.
Well, no, because nobody respects really even knows who Usyk is.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have
all the heavyweights are power forwards in the NBA and defensive ends and outside linebackers in the NFL.
Right. And I think it hurts the heavyweight division when you don't have an American at the top, because Americans want to promote Americans. That's just how it goes.
Yep.
Speaking of promotions, look like LiAngelo Ball just signed a new record deal, $13 million. He got that new song out, when I'm been in the corner, whoa.
I haven't heard it.
They playing it everywhere, man. Every time you watch NBA on TNT, I've even heard it at football games. They're all in the locker rooms. All the athletes are playing it. I mean,
one son on $100 million NBA deal, one son on a $200 million NBA deal, and third son now a rap star on a $13 million contract. That's awesome, man.
Ball award to Lamar.
LeVar Ball. Right. He called it.
Here's let's talk about this. I rarely listen to FM radio, man. Like when I'm in the car, I got my YouTube TV app going, and I'm listening to TV. I'm listening to Sports Center. I'm listening to something, the news, CNN. I'm listening to CNN, or I'm listening to ESPN on my phone in my car. I don't really turn on FM radio anymore.
I don't listen to the radio either. I haven't never heard the song on the radio. I don't know what they playing on the radio right now.
I don't know the song you're talking about, so I need to find out. I'll probably YouTube it, but that's where we're going right now. This platform we're doing right now is what more people are probably listening to and watching.
I was about to say, man, I'm listening to podcasts and things that I'm interested in more than I listen to radio. But when it comes to the music world, Miles loves music, so I do try to listen more because he's such an avid music listener.
Yeah, but nowadays, I don't know. Maybe people still listen to the radio, but it's so many other ways to listen to music and have your own choice and not have to listen to all those commercials. I don't know.
I think what do they call it? Terrestrial radio is in trouble, man. Just from the trends.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere, man.
Yeah,
it ain't going nowhere, man.
I don't know. Now you got Bluetooth in your car. I mean, I don't understand. You can just hook your phone up and you can listen to whatever the hell you want to listen to.
Yeah.
Without the commerurs.
Right.
I was saying this 10 years ago when I was doing my own podcast that the world of radio is changing rapidly. And now you see a gazillion shows like ours and podcasts all over the place. It's a lot different than 20 years ago when we were doing radio, man.
Real quick before you go on, Nadi, the great Loose Neck Sai says Sirius Satellite was how I listened to the Stews when I wasn't working in Atlanta. Shouts out to Sirius Satellite. Shouts out to you, Loose Neck. That's exactly right. We cut our teeth on Sirius Satellite, man.
Yeah,
that's how we got syndicated.
Yeah,
in all those markets because of Sirius Satellite.
Finally, man, I gotta send a rest in peace to the Wizard, Gus Williams. Helped Seattle Supersonics win the championship in 1979. Passed away at 71. He's not in the Hall of Fame, which has always been like a head scratcher for me, considering he's a two-time All-NBA player, two-time All-Star. He has his jersey retired. Number 1 is retired with the Seattle Supersonics. His USC college jersey number 10 is retired. Now, he did sit out the 80 and 81 season over a contract dispute. They didn't pay him enough money. He sit out the whole season. He came back in 82 and won Comeback Player of the Year. We're talking about a guy who averaged 17 points and 6 assists. And usually the NBA doesn't have a Hall of Fame. It's the basketball Hall of Fame.
Right.
They take and count what you did in high school, college, and the pros. So for Gus, the Wizard, he got a nickname. It's hard to get a nickname in the league. Just about everybody who got a nickname was the truth. Right. So the fact that he won a championship, he had the accolades. I'm kind of scratching my head over why is he not in the Hall of Fame?
What would you think off the top of your head, if you don't know, the average points per game per Hall of Famer is? What do you think the average of the Hall of Famer players point per average is?
I say 23, 24. Take Dennis Rodman out of the equation.
Well, no, but he would bring the average down because he didn't have any points. But so he's part of the Hall though. So the average is what?
I would probably say between 7, maybe 16 and 20, somewhere in between there.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame who didn't average 20 points.
Right. And I know you may not know this, but was he part of the team where they won the championship and Dennis Johnson was the point guard and
Lenny Wilkins
was the center, Lenny Wilkins was the coach? That's my earliest memory. That's like my earliest memory of basketball. Is I remember when the Seattle Supersonics won the NBA championship.
Right.
Yep.
So hopefully, I hate when guys get in the Hall of Fame, after they passed away when they was worthy while they was alive. But I still think that maybe Gus will get in someday.
Quick Google search said the average NBA Hall of Fame member scores around 10 points per game.
NBA
double the average of NBA's player score.
Yeah, but
the average NBA Hall of Fame member scores around 10 points per game.
That can't be true.
Yeah, that can be true.
That's what Google just said. Because there's a lot of defenders in the game. There's a lot of rebounders in the game. Yeah, everybody's not a scorer. Everybody didn't drop 30 points.
What do you think Mutombo average?
I would have never guessed that. Yeah, but I would think Mutombo and Dennis Rodman were the exception to the rule.
How many do you think Scottie Pippen averaged?
I say Scottie probably averaged 17.
All right, there you 18.
Go. Yeah, but Scottie Pippen is a Hall of Fame player.
I agree. So is Gus Williams.
Right. Well, I was about to say, so is Dennis Rodman, who didn't have any points, which is why the points is not as high as I was thinking.
Yeah, but I understand Rodman then. I get that. Yeah. Good stuff, Nadi.
Tell them about the no-show, Drip, before you get out of here, man.
Oh, yeah. Y'all didn't see the no-show yesterday. Y'all go check it out. We talked about a lot about the fires. We talked about the TikTok ban. And next week, we got something special for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to the no-show on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. with Arlie and Nadi.
We appreciate you, Dre. Good job, man.
Media and entertainment.
That's what's up, Nadi. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We'll get into this top 5, man. I'm very excited about.
It's a good time to tell people we mentioned it already. I was going to remind people about we're not going to do the show Monday. MLK.
Yep.
Yeah. Top 5 coming up. A lot of other stuff coming up.
Last 48 as well. Can't wait to do that top 5. Are you excited about the top 5 today?
Oh boy, look at the time. Ooh, let's go to break.
It's the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience, man. Y'all keep it locked. You're in the dark. Pow! Dogs and poodles. It's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option. Idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you an idiot.
Dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
I just got done cooking, baby. You want to play? Yeah, but no rice.
What she say? She don't want no rice.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that in front of my family? What's wrong with you?
That's not your friend.
That's not what she said, Mama. That's not what she said. Why would you say that?
It's your boy, the Two Live Stews, Dougster and Ryan Stewart, to make up those stews. Good morning.
Real talk, man.
We are rice eaters where we're from. Every meal.
Until I
make a pot of rice 3 times a week and just leave it on the stove.
I think I'm sure I've told the story before, man. Until I went to college, I thought everybody ate rice every day.
Right.
I'm like, where the rice? I get there in the lunchroom and there's no rice, and like, and the dudes from the upstate, you know, that whole Geechee thing. You used to eat rice every day, didn't you, Stu? They used to call me Geechee Stu. You used to eat rice every day growing up, didn't you? It's like, yeah, didn't you?
So my wife gave me a hard time about a month or 2 ago. I came home from Sam's Club with one of those 35-pound bags of rice.
Yeah, that's economical.
And she's like, why did you buy all that rice? I said, it's not going to go bad. And typically you buy the small bags for $5 a bag. Well, I just bought us 3 years worth for $20. I did the right thing, babe.
Two things about rice. I remember how big a news it was when them rice cookers started coming out in the early 90s when I was in school. You remember that rice cooker cooked perfect? You couldn't mess it up.
Every time it cooked perfect rice.
That rice cooker was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yep.
And the other thing, man, people do some research. The reason why our black asses is here to a large degree is because of rice.
Right, yeah. Yep.
The Africans on the western part of Africa were master cultivators of rice. The climate was the same on the western part of Africa as it was in South Carolina. And so that was a big part of why they brought those particular Africans, first of all, in proximity, the coast, the western part of Africa, the eastern part of the United States. They brought those Africans to Charleston to cultivate the rice, man, to a large degree.
Yep. Yeah, they turned swampland into rice fields, man.
Oh yeah, you can go like we grew up near a rice field.
Yep.
Literally 150 yards from us is a rice field.
Yep.
Yeah. Rice is serious business.
Hey, look, man, it's time for top 5. I know you're excited
Oh
about it.
boy, look at the time. Let's go ahead and get to Arlie's report.
Two Live Stews experience. Time for a top 5, man. And I guess because I'm the winner, I get to decide who goes first.
Okay.
Well, that's right. We're not doing that.
We're just reviewing. We're just reviewing.
Right. We're not doing the top 5. Right.
So
thank you, man. That's Doug's top 5 right there.
Here's my top 5 historical moments that put Atlanta on the map. I want y'all to pay attention. I want y'all to pay attention to my choices and Ryan's choices when they come up in a second. All of mine are positive. Some of your choices didn't put Atlanta on the map. They put Atlanta in a bad light.
Talk to your preacher about it. Show my list tree. Olympics, Ray Lewis, Wayne Bertram Williams, Freaknik 92. This cat, you had Freaknik 86. You thought our parents was at Freaknik?
The first year of Freaknik was 83.
And Super Bowl, man. Not even close. No way, not even close. I annihilated you. I mean, I crushed you.
So now
we
can move on. You don't need to bloviate.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got your personal cheerleader over there, Tree.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Biased as can be. I'm gonna start calling Tree Bias Betty. Bias Betty.
Guess it like Trump. Bias Betty.
So I'm up 6-4 still, though.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Congratulations. 6-4.
Thank you.
I'm still up though. I'm the top 5 champion. We have the memes. We're gonna roll out the memes. The last 48. The biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group in the last 48 hours.
I love the last 48.
Since the last time we did the show. Roll them out, Tree. Roll them out.
Younger brother says Snow on the Bluff documentary should have been on the list.
You remember Snow on the Bluff?
I remember Snow on the Bluff, man. I used to get my packages in the Bluff, man.
That was the most Atlanta accurate movie in the history of Atlanta movies.
Yeah.
Look up Snow on the Bluff if you've never seen it.
Great movie, man.
Go ahead, Tree, with that last one. So happy Founders Day to the Deltas. That was a couple days ago, January 13th, I believe, for them. I gave a special shout out to Alpha Xi chapter, South Carolina State University. Shouts out to the Reds.
Y'all's Reds are
Alpha Xi. And y'all's are
Xi
Xi Alpha. Right.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. But go back to the AKA one. I think you showed the AKA one first. Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later,
Yep.
January 15th, the AKA celebrated their Founders Day. Shouts out to Beta Sigma at South Carolina State. My number off the 90 line, Diane Smith. Shouts out to Capital, Kayla's chapter at West Georgia.
Shouts out Capital.
Mm-hmm.
K is my favorite AKA.
She's my
in the
favorite
world.
AKA too. Absolutely.
Yep.
And I got a receipt for about $2,400 to prove it.
Damn, it cost that much?
Yes. Yes.
What'd y'all pay, man, back 40 years ago?
Not 40.
We were right at $600, I believe.
No,
And we raised our money ourselves.
we paid. I want to say we paid $325.
That sounds about right. 2 years later.
And
we paid
one of my LBs that's watching, I'm gonna put it in our chat group and ask, but I think it was $325, but that was a lot.
That's a lot.
That was a lot.
Right.
That's how inflation works.
So you talking
$325. My old man did not understand that.
Right.
And his brother
So-
was a bruh that pledged at the same school. Our Uncle
So-
Dub.
How does your daughter, as frugal as you are with the penny, request the sum of almost $2,500 to do it? How does that happen?
I mean, I didn't argue.
You
I mean,
didn't? Oh,
yeah,
good
I
for
mean,
you.
I'm kind of I'm kind of financially stable, knock on wood. So that's what the price is these days. And Carol want to do the same thing, but it's a long story, man. She want to pledge, but they're saying she has to have so many TSU hours, which is, I don't get that.
Well, if the hours transfer, then they are TSU hours now.
Yeah, she got the grades and
Y'all
everything.
ninjas, y'all be doing that ninja stuff down at them HBCUs. That's ninja stuff.
Stop saying that.
It is though. It is.
Yeah, I don't
Why you
get
making
it.
it difficult for if her hours transferred, her hours are her hours.
Yeah, I transferred. We just talked about my hours transferring, and basically I showed up in Orangeburg in August,
And,
and I was pledging my ass off in October.
as a people, we like to make things more difficult on each other sometimes, man. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all, man. I don't think we have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
You need TSU hours. Oh yeah. Well, why you allow me to bring those hours over here?
All of them. All of her hours transferred.
Everything came.
She got like 90 hours, man. She got like 90
Keep going with
hours.
the last 48, man. See, that stuff bothers me, man.
All right, next one, Tree.
Mm.
So
Boy.
this weekend, here's the illustration, man. Jalen Hurts versus Stafford, Goff versus Daniels, Mahomes versus Stroud, Allen versus Jackson. I just realized something just now. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Counting them ninjas.
You got 5 ninjas playing in the divisional round. Well, 4.5. 4 and a possible.
No, man. Our blood trumps all. Our blood trumps all.
You got 4 and a
man.
possible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's a different day, man.
Bring that back up one more time. I just realized that.
It's a different day, man.
That's beautiful, man. Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels. You got Mahomes,
And Stroud.
Stroud.
Yep. And Lamar. Lamar Jackson, man. That's dope, man.
I'm not gonna say that. And Jackson.
I think you should say it. I think you should say it.
Well, I was gonna say we can count Stroud and Mahomes as one. One.
You stupid.
I'm just joking, man.
You stupid.
Shouts out to my mulatto brothers. Next one, Tree. Okay,
Oh,
so
this is difficult.
this is I don't know if
I
you've
saw
been.
this one.
This is all over the internet that they're going to recast Black Panther, right?
They have to.
So in the first picture is
That's Franklin Saint, man. That's who that is.
Franklin Saint from Snowfall. His name is Damson Idris.
Y'all can't have Franklin Saint being Black Panther, man.
I don't know the brother's name right here, but he's been in a bunch of stuff lately. The next guy,
Cross.
what's his name?
Cross.
Okay. The next guy is John Boyega, who starred in a Star Wars movie. He's
Good
been in a
job,
bunch of
man.
stuff. One of my
Good.
favorite movies of all time is a movie called, is it Beat the Block or something the Block? But he starred in that when he was a real young guy, probably like in his teenage years. And very good actor. He's British too. So wait a minute. So wait a minute.
Jonathan Majors always look like he's scared. Why he always look like he's scared?
Jonathan Majors is the guy in the bottom middle.
Bottom middle.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna talk about that cat on the right. Aldous Hodge is Cross on Prime. Aldous
Hodge. Now the guy at the bottom left is the dude that played Martin Luther King. He's African as well, or he's British, might be as well. I don't like him really too much. And then you got Kanye. I guess they're trying to be funny. They got Kanye. Kanye is not going to be the next Black Panther. That's how disrespectful.
I'd give it to Aldous Hodge right now. I got to go Cross.
I'd give it to Franklin Saint, man. Franklin Saint is a hell of an actor. And you know me, I'm always a proponent of actors here from this country. Franklin Saint is British, but Franklin Saint is an actor. And I think they all kind of fit the bill.
Snowfall was amazing, man. I really enjoyed it.
So what do you think about the whole recasting of the character?
Well, first of all, it's got to be done because the guy that played it is gone. He's transitioned.
Right.
So it's got to be done. It has to be recasted. I got to go Cross.
Well, he's real muscular, muscle bound dude or whatever.
Aldous Hodge,
right. I like Franklin Saint, man. I like
we as the people are very funny. The guy in the bottom right, him to be in the list is just hilarious. We as the people are very funny.
How disrespectful is that?
Right.
Kanye.
Why would he stop it?
Because he be walking around in the Black Panther boots all the time. You ever see Kanye in them boots he be wearing, man?
No, I hadn't seen Kanye because every time he's in public, he's got a mask on. I haven't seen him.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's going to be big. They're going to recast that. And they're also talking about a Black actress to play Storm. You know, in the comics, Storm and Black Panther I think they were married.
I'm surprised that Idris Elba wasn't on that list.
Well, Idris already plays a Marvel character. He plays one of them gods in the Thor series.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Now,
you think they let Jonathan Majors back on the scene? You think they get him back in?
Well, Jonathan Majors allegedly already back on the scene playing, I can't remember the Galactus. Was it Galactus or I can't remember. Somebody will put it in the chat.
Well, that's a good memory.
But actors have played different superhero characters in movies over the years. The guy that plays Captain America is the same guy that played Johnny Storm, Chris something or whatever. It's the same guy that played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movies. So they do it, but I guess if they can find someone that's unique to the character, they'll redo it. And so the guy that the good actor, they're about to recast. I'm drawing.
We probably should move on, man, because you're having a hard time thinking about all these names you're trying to say. We probably should just move on. Yeah. I mean, you ain't coming up with a damn name, man.
So Wesley Snipes played Blade, right?
All right. Okay.
And they recast it with the up and coming actor, and I can't call his name either.
Again, man.
Y'all know what I mean. Let's just move on.
Give me
1978 King Cobra Mustang or 78 Trans Am.
Give me some 78 Trans Am.
Yeah, 78 Trans Am is legendary.
I mean, if you still see them on the streets today, they still look cold. That's a great car. It's a beautiful car.
I can't even start.
I'm a huge Mustang fan, but that Trans Am is transformational. It's a great vehicle.
I barely remember that model Mustang right there.
Yeah.
When I tell you that 78 Trans Am was a I mean, it was a big thing.
It was a big deal.
I don't know if it was a big thing in New York City or Tucson, Arizona, but in Moco, in the Low Country, you had one of them back in '78.
You was the ish. You were the ish.
Oh man, absolutely. Do you think the '78 Trans Am was a bigger thing in 78 than one of these Hellcats, these Dodge
It's the equivalent of.
is
It's
today.
the equivalent. It's the equivalent of. Yes, it's the equivalent of.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the Trans Am just looks better.
Well, and you know what else? Also, man, there wasn't as many Trans Ams as there are Hellcats and stuff now. A lot of people got them Hellcats. The Trans Am was still kind of, it was still unique because there wasn't a lot of them on the road. Beautiful car.
I hate them goddamn Dodge Hellcats, man. What's the other one too? It's another one too. From the
Hellcat,
Charger. The Charger. The
Charger.
Charger.
Yep.
Every morning, man, somebody in my building's got one, and I hear them peel out. It sounds like a freaking spaceship.
It screams when you crank it up. It screams. Rah!
I guess
It
that's why they
screams.
call it the Hellcat.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Hey,
All
guess
right.
what, y'all? We're going to pay some bills, and we're going to get into this 2-minute trespass. Shout out to my
And-
man, Mr. Super Chat, Calvin, a.k.a. Big Jeff. We appreciate you, Big Jeff. I'll read your message here shortly. Big Jeff, we'll read your message here shortly. And you will be the first one that gets read because you're our first Super Chat of the day. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Don't
Time for
go
that 2-minute
away.
trespass. Any idea what the music's going to be?
No, it'd be something from Tree's collection. It might be Sade. Knowing
No, it's not upbeat enough. Helene, that's what they said her name was, right? Yeah.
I think
I think the 2-minute trespass is always upbeat. We want to get people crunk.
the Jay-Z song that we came in at the beginning of the show on, a B ain't one. I got a 99 problems, but a B ain't one.
Right.
That was one of my selections. Thank you, Tree. Thank you, Tree, for
I don't
playing.
think it's not gonna be that.
Okay.
So whatever y'all do, man, keep it locked to you boys. Up next, we're gonna get into the chat, read this chat, talk a little bit more sports. I got one or two things I want to mention, but we'll get into this chat because y'all are important. It's about y'all. Shouts out to Super Chatter Calvin, aka Big Jeff. We'll read
Hey.
your message up next, Big Jeff. We'll start with you.
And I also want to ask you a little bit about the fires in Cali, man. Do you think there's more to the story? In lack of a better way to put this, do you think there's some type of conspiracy going on with the fires out there? Yes or no? And I want you to expound a little bit your thoughts.
You don't want me to answer that now, right?
No, when we come back.
All right, y'all get ready for this 2-minute trespass, man. It's your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews Experience. Let's go. Woo! And get some money.
Great selection, Tree. Is that from my list?
Oh man, that's all.
No,
Oh, it wasn't?
no. What? No.
Good selection, Tree.
We already
Shouts out-
talked about this the other
Shouts out to
day.
your Uncle Mike. Shouts out to your Uncle Mike. Super chat.
I'm doing the trespass. You
Mm.
can, you got to stop it. You got to stop it. Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you very much. I worked hard for that. I think I figured something out.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Hey man, real
Well,
quick
that
about
was
these
the
fires in
fastest
Florida.
segment that we have never done a segment that fast in the history of
That's
this
true.
show.
But it's okay. It's
Shit
okay.
happens. Shit happens.
It's okay. You wanted to talk about the fires in California.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think? You know, a lot of people saying that there's some type of conspiracy, somebody setting the fires. You agree with that line of thinking or no?
No, and I think it's dangerous and it's sad. It's extremely dry out there in California. There's a lack of water out there in California, and those brush fires happen damn near every year in California. This is not the first fire in California. It's yearly. But
How do you
this
think
one just happened. And there's 40, 50 mile per hour winds. So the sparks are literally flying and hitting other areas and starting more fires.
So it's very simple, man. And I hate when I see people talk about these conspiracies, this, that, and the other, and somebody's doing this. Real estate companies want to take over land in these places where the houses are getting burned down. It's very simple. Two things. All it takes when you ain't had rain in 6 months,
Right? It's a
all
spark.
it takes is a spark.
That's it.
That's as simple as somebody throwing down a cigarette,
Leaving the not putting the campfire out altogether.
Not putting
the
a campfire out altogether. A spark from a power line, and that's it.
That's
and then add on top of it. You ever played golf in Vegas when them San Andreas or Santa Ana winds are kicking up?
Yes, crosswinds. Yes.
If you've ever experienced these winds, you understand. They will literally, they're so hard, they feel like they're gonna knock you down.
I hit a driver, which is the biggest club in your bag, that I hit typically 270 yards. I hit a driver as hard as I could right down the middle, and the ball went 15 yards in front of me.
Yes. Yes.
15.
Anybody that's played golf in Vegas and played when them Santa Ana or San Andreas, I think there's two different types. Whenever they kick up, they are super strong. So you got dry conditions, somebody threw down a match, and then you got winds propelling it, the fire, 50, 60 miles per hour.
Yep. Houses in close proximity. It's just bad, man. It's bad. I called our cousin. We got a cousin up there, Kevin Phillips. He called me and said that he called me back and was like, "Nah, I got out of there because my place is gone." And I'm like, "Damn." I've talked to so many people that just like they literally just say, "My place is gone." Where I was living is not there anymore. It's been burnt down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy, man. Y'all keeping people in your prayers, please.
I checked on dude to play football at State, Big Cornell Carter. Shouts out to Cornell Carter.
Cornell.
He said he's fine. His house is, as he described it, my house is down the hill, so he's not affected. And then Sarah Jones, Delta Red from South Carolina State. She's a film, TV, movie writer, doing very successful. A lot of shows you watch on TV, she's actually written, and she's straight so far right now too as well.
Good.
All right, Tree, come on in with this chat. Let's read through all this chat.
We got a lot of
Good
super
morning.
chat, aka Big Jeff, Uncle Mike, Ty Davidson, Rel Scott. A lot of super chat. Thank y'all.
Hi, I'm gonna start with the super chat.
Thank you,
Congratulations,
guys.
Ryan.
Thank you guys. You're damn right.
Calvin, aka Big Jeff. Does anybody remember when Doug and Ryan was wrestling in the radio station on air?
I was punishing that cat.
I
was tossing him around like a rag dog in the studio.
That's a lie. You can check it out on YouTube. It still lives in infamy.
As a matter of
It's
fact, we might
very
pull that up.
hard to watch. Wait, you don't ever know when y'all are kidding or not.
No, that was
Like
serious.
it was
Well, I mean,
weird.
Well, one thing I'll say is it was serious.
Y'all be
we
fighting like that?
Hold on. No, let me say this. It was serious to the point we wanted to win. I wanted to slam him. He wanted to slam me. But we have never, ever swung on each other.
No.
Never.
Oh, no.
Didn't somebody come outside swinging on somebody in the dark?
Not swinging.
Oh.
I have never swung a punch at my little brother.
Oh.
And trust me, we've fought, I don't know, 1,000 times.
That was against the rules.
That was against the rules in our house.
Yep.
How do you fight then?
Wrestling.
Wrestle?
Wrestle.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Pin somebody
Wrestling.
down.
Submission.
Slam somebody.
Submission. Uncle. Say uncle.
Oh,
Appreciate you, Uncle Mike. Speaking of uncle, appreciate you, Uncle Mike.
Stop it. LA has brush fires every year. This was just the biggest due to 80-mile-per-hour winds. I grew up with them. No conspiracy.
Right.
They were 80-mile-per-hour winds, man. That's enough wind to push a car over. Them small, smart cars, it'll probably flip a car over, man.
The first time I used to go on this trip every year with some dudes from State and out in Vegas. We probably went 6, 7, 8 years in a row. And the first time I experienced those winds in the golf, it's not even fun to play golf when them winds kick up like that.
It's not fun.
It's not fun at all.
So Sean's house burning all the way down to the ground doesn't feel weird.
Sean's house.
Puffy. Sean Combs.
His house burned down? I didn't know that.
Sir.
I didn't
The
know
big
that.
old mansion that all that stuff went it
Yes,
burnt to the
sir.
ground.
Yes, sir.
I didn't
Yes,
know that.
sir.
He don't need it. He ain't never going back there again anyway, so it don't matter.
I'm not saying he needs it. I'm saying there was evidence in there, allegedly. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh no, Tree. All that stuff is out of there, Tree.
I would think they took all the evidence out they
this,
needed.
This has been months in the making. Now everything that house is naked.
Okay. From Ty Davison, thank you so much. Hashtag buy with Ty, new and used cars. Shoe shows and Hellcats. Baller award to my Buckeyes. Lego.
Oh my gosh. They really happy about that. My former brother-in-laws hit me on a group text. It was like Midwest dominate college football.
You still talk to them cats?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
You still friends with your
Why
ex-brother-in-laws?
would I not be? I'm a great guy, man.
Oh,
Why,
okay.
why would they not be friends with me anymore?
No, that's great. No, that's great. That's great.
Keeping up with Ty Davison. Thank you so much for your donation. Baby oil is flammable.
You donated $2 to get that read.
That's fine.
It's
That's
okay.
fine.
Don't do
That's
that.
fine.
Don't do
We're
that.
not judging nobody.
Thank you for the $2, brother.
We ain't judging nobody. Thank you.
Thank
He's
you.
right.
Thank you.
That's why Puppy House burned down. All that baby oil in there. That stuff is flammable.
Very good observation, Ty. I'm gonna call you after the show.
We shouldn't be laughing at that. That brother's in jail, man. I saw a video with his daughters, his twin daughters, who, if they were dudes, they look exactly like Puffy. I
Really?
can. You pull up his twin daughters, man,
I'll pull them up right now.
and they kind of got some of Kim in them too.
But more of him.
But more of him, like their face structure, everything.
Yeah.
And they were combing the
Maybe.
son that looks like Puffy. They were combing his hair, brushing his hair, doing some type of funny videos or whatever,
Yeah,
man.
No, I see it.
You be
Yeah, I
on the
see it
internet
day.
all day, don't you, Douglas?
Oh, he be on the
Yes.
internet all day.
Damn.
Oh, I see it all day. I see it all day. All these girls. Oh wow, they're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do see Puff.
Remember Kim? Puff.
Yeah, she was
Puff's-
beautiful.
She
Right.
was a
Well,
model.
you know, she's from Columbus.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
She's Columbus raised.
She's
born
from
and bred in
Columbus, Georgia.
Correct, sir.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I did not know
They
that.
love her on these streets, and nobody down here likes Puffy. Nobody. Nobody down here likes Puffy. Not because of this case. I mean, we've been
Just
here for
in
5
general.
years, and nobody down here likes Puffy because they allegedly know how used
He
to treat
treated
people.
her.
Yeah, nobody
Wow.
likes Puffy.
Wow.
From Loose Neck in perpetuity, Sai. Thank you so much. Ryan threw Doug into the darkness. Love you, Tree and Arlie. Sup, Naughty. Love you too, Loose Neck.
He's talking about that story where I came home from college and you had been in the weight room and
Exactly.
you
My
got me.
dad
You
was
got me.
like-
You got me
my-
for the first time.
My dad was like, I think today is the day.
Yeah,
Go get him.
Ninja put on
Hey,
4 inches of
And
height.
Dad said, I'll be looking out the window. Go handle that.
I'll be looking at the window. Go handle that. Our father did not say that.
I threw that cat into the ditch.
That's not true. So you add on to the story
Oh,
years later.
wow. I love
You're adding on
it.
to the story years later.
More super chat. Look at this. Keep it going. Keep it going, Tree. This is
From
awesome.
Rel Scott.
Thank you, Rel.
Thank you so much. Help us reach 31 in sales in 31 days at Prime Ties to
Hey,
go.
yeah, y'all go buy a tie, man. This man trying to sell 31 ties in 31 days, and it's almost 31 days. Y'all go buy a tie at Prime Ties to go. That's ties with an S and the number 2 go. Prime Ties to go. How loud, Red? How loud, Rel? How loud?
Griff, how you doing? How's your
Thank you,
shoulder?
Griff.
Everything
Thank you,
okay?
Griff.
Thank you so
Thank you, Griff.
much.
Even though you went to A&T, thank you.
Showing my appreciation for the show and the whole crew. I've also gained a newfound brothers and sisters because of the two
Oh,
live stews.
We're family, Griff. Thank you.
Thank
We're
you, bro.
family.
Appreciate
And,
you.
and my son is really
Absolutely.
considering A&T because of things that you said, Griff.
I,
So
uh,
yeah,
Wow.
we're family here. Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
I talk trash because they're the rivalry, but let me tell you something. A&T has had it going on for the last 15 years. They've been killing it. I gotta give them some love.
So what would be bigger, A&T right now or FAMU?
Bigger?
Yes.
Oh, A&T is the hottest thing going in HBCU anything.
Really?
Oh yeah, they've been killing it. They got like an engineering program that's like world renowned, and
That's
I
where the
know
great Charles Scott went to school.
I know 20 South Carolina State alumni whose kids go to A&T right now.
Really?
Yeah. I really hate even saying that out loud, but it's true. A&T got it going on.
From that ninja, Notre Dame is not one of the 2 best teams in the country.
I think they are.
Right.
Why would we not think they had a playoff?
Stop it.
It wasn't like it used to be where they just
Right.
have this
Pick a
arbitrary
team.
poll.
Right. They pick a team. No.
They beat teams to get where they are.
It can't get no more correct than it did this year right here.
I agree.
From Craig, Uncle Mike Pryor, Debbie Allen and her husband, I think, is it Norm Dixon?
Norm
Nixon were my neighbors growing up. Drama. He must have saw some things.
Got
that
some
man
tea.
is fine. They got they got a fine son too.
Oh, you
he look good.
Shouts out to you, Uncle Mike. We appreciate you, man.
He's a grown man.
I go back to the Lakers when Norm Nixon was the point guard before Magic got there. The year before Magic got there, I was a Laker fan. So we talking like 82.
From Rel Scott, Debbie Allen, and Halle Berry, two of the finest fiends ever. Remember Halle and Jungle Fever?
Oh yeah.
Don't
Halle.
look good on them.
Do you remember the episode of Good Times when Debbie Allen was a heroin addict?
We did a whole show about it, Douglas. Like me, you, and Nadi did a pop-up one night, and we could not stop talking about it. There's a whole hour.
That was scary as a kid. I don't know what year that episode came out.
Speaking of the pop-up, y'all can catch the Joe Ham show from last night on Stuart Media Entertainment on YouTube. It was pretty good last night.
From Till Dog 12, can y'all imagine Dr. Dre suing Ice Cube, him and Yellow wearing lipstick and lace?
Right. It's Drake.
It's so
From
foreign.
the Arlewood report.
He don't understand what he's doing to himself, I think.
Like, how did he miss that chapter in the How to Be a Rapper book of rules? Rule book.
You know, on your little list, you've got a Drake song, Douglas.
Some of them,
I didn't know if I should. It's something about nuts and butter or butter and nuts. I don't know. Nutter,
truffle butter. Truffle butter.
That thing.
Damn.
All of the songs I sent you were all based on how good the beat was. I didn't care about the artist or anything on it.
I got it. Okay. From Ron Lee. With that being said, Robert Horry should definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
We've debated this a couple times. Sometimes I feel like he should. Sometimes I feel like he can't. But yeah, you got 7 rings, and you were part of those 7 rings.
I think he might even have more. I think he might have like 10. He got a bunch of rings. AI will tell us. Go ahead.
From Sydney Action Jackson. My in-laws are from the Gulf Coast area of Mississippi. They eat rice almost every day. I once bought my mother-in-law a 30-pound bag of rice and a rice steamer.
Treat. Were y'all big rice eaters in Detroit?
No, absolutely not.
Rice don't grow in Detroit, man.
But I mean, a lot of
we
people
ate fish and spaghetti though.
Yeah,
together.
Yeah, like fish on Friday with spaghetti, white bass, had a lot of bones in it. But no, rice wasn't popular.
Yeah, it was
Robert
7.
Horry has
Horry
7
got
rings.
7 rings.
94, 95, 2000, 2001, 2002, 05, and 07. 7 titles.
Yeah, but everybody everybody in Detroit, their family came from Alabama or Mississippi.
Right, exactly.
South.
To work at the plant.
I thought maybe y'all got down with rice too up there.
I had a good Coney Island the other day, though. Douglas,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you where it is. It was busting. It was.
I don't go up there as much as I used to anymore.
No, not in Detroit. I had a good Coney Island here.
Oh, okay.
In Atlanta.
Hey man, not to put your personal business out there, man, but what happened? Why are you not going to Detroit no more?
I didn't say I wasn't going to Detroit no more.
You just said you just said you don't go up there that often anymore.
No, I didn't.
You just said that.
No, I didn't. You're imagining.
Oh.
You absolutely. Child. You know what? Okay.
Well, Tree don't want to talk about them trips anyway. Cutting into her time.
Okay. From Till Dog 12. If Deion talks to Jerry at all, it will be to get more money from Colorado. He's a golden calf for them. He won't be for Dallas.
What do you think about that? He's using his leverage to get more money from Colorado. I don't think Colorado has more money. They do since he's been there. That's true.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
true.
Oh yeah, no, dude, enrollment is up, attendance is up in all sports, and it's clearly prime.
Right.
So yeah, they owe him more money. I just think he could. Well, I think grown men will follow him too, man. I mean, he's always been a guy that wasn't a drinker and a smoker and was about his business. So I think grown men can follow him too.
From Loose Neck in Perpetuity Side, that A.J. Brown sideline book reading chat didn't start until he was pissed about his targets.
Right. He had one catch, and so he went passive aggressive crazy. I'm going to read a book on the sideline. Who does that?
It's mind-blowing, man. It's mind-blowing, man.
From Carter 1911, does this person know y'all? He says, Coach Ellsbury would have told you, son, I'm going to run your ass until I get tired of watching you run. This is,
you know Coach Ellsbury?
I don't know a Coach Ellsbury.
Okay, maybe he's just referring to somebody he knows.
Okay, with regards to Ryan saying his peen was going to get run off, or he would run into.
Why'd you say
that? Douglas, just stop.
Children are watching, man.
I bet Doug won't be reading a book when Tree is over there helping him with his technical. The Cat in the Hat.
You remember Bernie Mac used to do this all the time?
Shout out to you, Griff. Till Dog 12. We appreciate y'all, man. Richard Bullock, thank you very much.
Yes, it's 8:58. I'm gonna start the music soon. From L12, my mom still got one of the original flyers that started Freaknik in her Spelman graduation yearbook.
83.
He's supporting Douglas and his sorry list.
Well, again, but I'm just saying that was the Freaknik that our parents were at. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, maybe we come up with a top 5 that we post on Monday. Even though we're not doing the show Monday, we'll post it and we'll give the results Thursday.
I like that.
Still be interactive, even though we're going to be off.
I like
He's
that.
He's going to say something. And if you went, never mind. From Jungle Brother, AKAs are the girls you cheat on with your Delta. You cheat on your Delta wife. He's crazy.
Y'all stop that.
Don't do that.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Arlie.
What about
it? What? No, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why you got to cheat on your Delta wife? I'm every woman. It's all in me. What
I agree. Shouts out to the Reds.
We knucking, we bucking, we going to the good parties. We dressed up. We can dress down. But AKA can only be one. Whatever that is, they doing.
From Buckles Bayou, Mahershala Ali will play Blade in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's his name. Mahershala
of the character, taking over the role from Wesley Snipes. They look just a lot. They look the same.
I like him. I like him.
He's a good actor. I think that was a great choice picking him.
Yeah.
People want to bring Wesley Snipes back after his appearance in the Wolverine versus.
You're doing a terrible job today, Doug. You usually remember these things. You're doing a terrible job today.
No, the movie that just came out, Wolverine and Deadpool. Wolverine and Deadpool.
He's upset about that win. From Till Dog, thank you so much. Most of the Motown greats are originally from the South.
Absolutely. The majority of black people in Detroit or Michigan
Chicago,
and Indiana and Illinois are people from Alabama, Mississippi,
Florida,
Tennessee.
Tree, there's only 9 more star chat. Keep on, Tree. Just
okay.
9 more.
Okay. From Richard Bullock, thank you so much. We accept your peace and blessings.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. We accept it. We love
Y'all get ready to take these trips with the stews. Keep on, Tree. Keep on.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that real quick. Is Doug going on these trips because he doesn't? Are the trips local?
Oh, yeah.
Like, are they bus trips?
Well, no.
Passports.
I have been begging him to venture out outside of his comfort zone, and I think these trips are going to allow him to do that.
Bucket list trips with the stews. That's all we're gonna say.
Do you have a passport, Douglas? Okay,
no, he probably got a passport. He would need a passport.
We got to get a real ID soon too.
If he does have one, it's just for ID purposes. He doesn't have any stamps inside of it.
Well, I told him I was going to Mexico by myself, and he was like, push the chair back. The slide the chair back thing. It's okay. I'll be all right. I'm a big girl.
But be careful over there in Mexico by yourself. You go to jail in Mexico, we're not going to see you ever again. Just understand that.
From Till Dog 12, Dan Marino bucked against JJ in Miami. He brought in Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor. He couldn't do what he wanted to in Miami, mainly because of Marino.
Mm-hmm.
From Adrian Williams, Dallas needs to make Troy Aikman the GM, hire a good coach, and Jerry just be the owner.
Jerry don't want to do that.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, he's an 82-year-old man that still wants to run the show. He's a billionaire. You don't give up that kind of power. Trump tried to keep his power. You don't give up that kind of power.
That's how Doug is going to be 82 years old arguing with me about a mother flipping song. Tree, I told you to play.
I didn't argue with you at all when I brought that up last week. You're the only one still dwelling on it.
L12. If Deion leaves every prime time he talks, it's going to sound like blah blah blah, wah wah. Ninja's gonna be like, man, shut your ass up.
Well, I mean, he's always been a hired gun. I've been saying that for 6 months now.
Stop, Doug. The Falcons never offered him a contract extension.
He's talking about Deion. Yeah. Okay.
They didn't want him. They just let him go, like we always do. Every star athlete that we got, we just let them go.
From Sydney Action Jackson, Stews, did you guys ever watch Fight Night with Kevin Hart and Sam Jackson?
I saw
it. Very good series.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. And that story was true.
A true story.
Allegedly a true story. Yeah.
From Craig, Uncle Mike Pryor. My mother was from New Orleans and father was from Little Rock. We always had a pot of rice on the stove.
Yep.
Again, I make a pot of rice 3 or 4 times a week. And whenever it's either empty or it's been on the stove for 2.5, 3 days, I just dump it out and make another pot and just leave it on the stove.
When I was little, I had a babysitter. We ate rice for breakfast with butter and sugar on it.
Oh, not sugar.
We didn't eat rice for breakfast, but we had it as part of the dinner every single day. Every time my mother cooked, it was white rice or red rice.
Red rice, yellow rice.
Red rice is definitely a South Carolina thing.
Yeah.
This is the last one. From Tiffany Poodle in Portland. I think developers pay folks to start fires so they can develop property that the city wouldn't permit them to build on. Boom. Newly developed gated community in the next few years.
Yeah, I just think that's kind of
But no, there's been brush fires forever. Thank you, Tree. Good job reading.
Yeah, you would have a different perspective once again if you understand how hard them damn Anna winds are.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Hey man, shouts out to the King, Martin Luther the King, celebrating his birthday on Monday. Y'all be careful out there and reflect and do some community service.
Yeah, service.
That's what the elders want you to do.
A+ everybody in the chat room. Thank you very much. A+ to Arlie Michelle. Thank you, Arlie. A+ to the Naughty Dread. Thank you, Dread. Tree, you get an A+. Tree, you get an A- today. Well, not really. You get A+. Doug, you get an A-.
Why would you give me an A-, man? That's like a first time in history.
All right, you get an A+.
All right. I mean,
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good.
Let me grade you.
The new top 5 champion, grade me. Grade me, the new top 5 champion.
You get an A+, man.
Thank you, man.
You get an A+. Hey, listen, the number 2, livestewsyoutube.com. That's the preferred platform we want you to listen on. livestewsyoutube.com. Click on the subscribe button.
Arlie, who's a huge what's the term? When you
we had some CTE troubles today, man. We did remember names all day long.
Okay, so what's it called when you believe in things that's not real? You create stories. You're the ultimate
conspiracy theorist.
Conspiracy theorist. Arlie, who's the ultimate conspiracy theorist. I totally agree that someone made these fires happen. Just like the hurricanes that took down New Orleans. While the natural disasters happen, someone helps it along. Arlewood. I don't see that with the fires, Arlie. She's a real conspiracy theorist, though, for real.
She is?
Oh,
bless your heart.
She's got a huge heart, man. A huge heart. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. No show on Monday. We will be posting a top 5 for Monday, even though we won't be doing a show on Monday. And we'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with the Joe Ham Show, or in the huddle with Joe Hamilton, and next Thursday with the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Your hand was raised, Doug?
I didn't get finished telling people how to subscribe on youtube.com.
Okay, before you do that, Calvin, Big Jeff, Uncle Mike, Ty Davidson, Rel Scott, Loose Neck Cy, Griff, Till Dog, Richard Bullock. Look, man, if it's $1 or if it's $100, it's huge. Mr. International gave 2 different donations last night during the In the Huddle with Joe show. Thank y'all very much. We really appreciate it. Bless you all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Two Live Stews, youtube.com, Two Live Stews, youtube.com. Click on the subscribe button. As soon as you do that, a quarter of a second is going to pass, and then you'll see a little icon, a picture, logo of a bell. Click on the bell, and it's going to give you 4 options in a drop down and how often you get alerts. Choose the one that says every time or anytime or something like that. Whenever we go live, you'll get an alert on your phone. Hey, them ninjas going live. You can tune in. All right.
That's right.
Two Live Stews, youtube.com.
Y'all be careful in them streets this weekend, y'all. Peace.
Yeah.